Hey everybody, soybean farmer here. Down at the shop, getting a little something done. Mowing grass this afternoon. Found a few spots dried out enough that I could get into it. And decided the blades on the mower were wore out. So I've got to get the blade adapters off of these old blades. Of course, these blades were wore out a long time ago. And free up these adapters. Look like that. And then put them on these new blades that I got. I discovered something years ago. There's a company called Oregon. Makes an aftermarket blade to fit just about every mower out there. I can go buy the white blades, which got took over by MTD, and that blade right there would have been, that's the short blade, it would have been $15. Now the longer blade, which is just a little bit longer than the short blade, that would have been $18. But using these Oregon blades, they're about half price. In fact, better than half price. That one's like $6.99, and that one's like $8. And I ain't having a problem with them. They're good, forged, hardened steel. Well, I'd already gotten that adapter off, so I'm going to go ahead and put it on this blade. And let's see, drop it in there like that. Oh shoot, stupid label's in the way. I'd like to get the thing off, but you can't. They use real good glue. Alright, so let's take that, put it there like that, and that through there like that. Lock washer, and that will be there, and that line will be here. Alright, love this tool. Gotta be careful with that. That's like half-inch nut, half-inch bolt. You can break it off in a heartbeat with that impact wrench there. Alright, that gets me one installed. Now, when I took these off, they were caked up with grass and it's molded now. And I want to get the thing cleaned off, so put it on here like that. My vise is messed up. Tried to use it as a press one time and overworked it. That's something on the list of new toys I need, the new vise. Good old wire brush here. And you got to get the back side of the bolt cleaned up so you can get the wrench on it. Got grass caked all over it. There. Now. That one. So, alright, I got 3 blades ready to put on the mower, and I decided I'm going to share a secret with you. If the way this works, down inside of there, and I don't know whether the camera can pick it up or not, there are splines. It's a mating set of splines to the spindle quill that this goes on. If you take this like it is right now and go and put it on that mower, the next time you want to get it off, you better have a week's supply of cuss words available, or one really, really nice gear puller, and you're still going to bend something. What will happen is, much as you try to avoid mowing wet grass, you're going to get into wet grass. Moisture's going to get in here, and it's going to rust, and it's going to just bind itself up. So I got a little secret trick that I do, and I'm going to share it with you. The secret is grease. You want to take your grease gun and put it in there like that, and give it about 2 shots of grease. Then put your gun up. See that in there? Now take your finger and smear it all the way around. You just want a thin layer of grease on that. You don't want a whole bunch in there, but that thin layer in there won't let the moisture get in it and cause it to rust like I was talking about. And then I take the time to make sure that I've got it wiped around in there. And in the next part of this video, I've gotten in the habit of doing this every time. The blades have been on there since I got the motor back on there. It was in, I think it was March or April. I had that gallbladder issue. I think it was March. But they've been on there that long, and I'm going to set the camera up and let you see how easy they come off, simply because I took the time to put that grease in there. Okay, let's go get the mower up in the air so we can swap the blades out. And as I said, it slipped right off because I put grease on it. Right off. Uh-oh. Glad I didn't tear that bolt up. Let the socket slip down on it. and right off. I've spent hours under here trying to get those blades off these splines after they rusted. And that's why she won't cutting so good today. Okay, bring the camera under here and show you what I'm talking about. When you're mowing grass that's got any kind of moisture in it, look right there, that is grass caked up here, over here. The throw out wants to hit here, go through here and on out that way, and it's caked up right in here to the point that just a small passageway was left, so that's why it wasn't mowing well, not to mention why it was building up around in here. But I'll just take a scraper while I've got it up in the air like this and clean all that out. Well, I finished scraping and cleaning my deck out, and I'll show you a little trick I use. You probably can't see it, but there's a fan sitting right there blowing on high gear. It's one of them nice fans. It'll push some air. And of course I got a light laying over there, so I got plenty of light to see. And then this piece of junk here, the other one of them's done burned out again. Yeah. But the grass you're seeing there down here on the concrete, that was all caked in and stuck up under this deck. And you know, if you don't clean the thing out, I see two spots where it's trying to rust a little bit. There's one right there and one right there. Now I've got it scraped and then wire brushed back down to the metal. And this winter, when I'm not mowing grass, I'll pull this deck off, clean it down to the bare metal, and spray paint it with Rust-Oleum rusty metal primer. And something in that stuff that kills rust. That's why this deck's 30 years old, not rusted out. Keep the wet grass scraped out of it, and then every so many years put something on it to inhibit the rust. Well, let me get my new blades and put them on. I'll show you a little trick about that. Believe it or not, when you're putting lawnmower blades, multiple blades back on a deck, you want to time the blades. Now, if you've got a good belt and good pulleys that aren't worn out, it won't slip unless you overload it or you hit something. But as long as the blades stay in time, you'll get a better cut and you'll push the grass out from under the deck, unless you mow wet grass. But I'll show you what I'm talking about when I put these back on. With this machine, you put the short center blade on first, and you put it on so that it's straight across that way. This is a little time consuming because you have to start these bolts by hand or you will make a giant mess. And I've got myself tangled up in the cord. Okay. Now, turn it back straight. And you want to angle this one. I'll try to give you a better camera shot when I finish. But you want this one handing the grass to this one as it comes by. So you want to angle it slightly so they're passing the grass off to one another. And then one, that's right there. These are just, you know, minor little things that if you pay attention to with your machine, it'll work better for you. kind of like the difference between having a combine set up right so you capture your grain and blowing it all out the back. Alright. This one, for some reason, has a larger angle than the other one. And I got way too much grease in there. Alright. Love that tool. Now let me wipe this grease off. Alright, this might be a better way to show you. This first blade is straight across. This blade is right here, and as it comes by, watch the relationship. See, it's carrying grass right here, and as it comes by, it hands that grass off to here to this blade, like that. Now this is carrying it, and it's headed that way. Now watch what happens. As that passes this, it hands it off to this, and that takes it out the exit chute. If you'll take the time to keep a good drive belt, keep the pulleys good. These pulleys will actually wear out. They'll get a V cut in them, and I don't care how new your belt is, it's going to slip. But if you'll keep the pulleys in good shape and keep a good belt on it and keep the tension right on it, and don't overload the machine and don't hit nothing, they'll stay timed. And if they're timed like what I'm showing you, or just showed you, or tried to show you, you will get a lot better performance out of your machine than if it's just slopped together by somebody down there at the garden tractor shop who don't care. All he really cares about is that you pay him the $200-300 he's going to charge you to do what I just did tonight for myself, and did it to my own satisfaction. Anyhow, this is Soybean Farmer out here getting some stuff done on his days off from his off the farm job. I hope everybody enjoyed watching this. Tomorrow, if it don't rain, I'm gonna get some grass mowed. But I got to go see the man about insurance for the dump truck. They're trying to jack that stuff up by $200 from what I paid last year. So it's time to go shopping, and I know who I'm going to go talk to first thing in the morning about it and see what I can do. Well, everybody, thank you very much for subscribing to my channel. Thank you for watching my videos. Y'all have a blessed morning, evening, afternoon, blessed day wherever you're at. Thank you. Bye, y'all.